Hello friends, welcome you all in the video TCP IP reference model. This video we are going to discuss with the reference to the network terminologies that we are going to use in our Linux operating system. As Linux is the multi-programming, multi-processing, multitasking, multi-user operating system, it can be used at the client end as well as it can be used as the server for the server also. So for working with the Linux, for performing some system administration task, a Linux user or a Linux expert must also have the idea regarding the network, computer network and its terminology. So at the level of this particular discussion, we are going to discuss regarding the few basic things which must be known to the Linux user or Linux administrator. As already we know that the computer network is a collection of different computers which are connected with the help of the network, either LAN or WAN. For implementation of this particular network, we require to refer the OSI reference model of computer network, and based on that, we use different terminologies and different whatever techniques of that particular setup or implementation of that particular network model is there. So there also we come across the concept called as TCP/IP. So in this video, we are going to discuss regarding the TCP/IP reference model. First of all, first and foremost thing, we'll discuss regarding TCP/IP, and then we'll discuss regarding the reference model which is used in the TCP/IP for setting up different network connections or different network devices or different network issues. So first we'll discuss regarding TCP/IP, and then we'll go for the reference model. So TCP/IP, it is nothing but TCP/IP means Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. What is TCP/IP? TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. As also, we must also clarify the meaning of the protocol here. Protocols are nothing but the set of rules which are used in the communication between the two computers or between the two hardware devices. So this TCP/IP also defines certain set of protocols or certain set of rules which are used during the transmission on the internet. So TCP/IP generally deals with the protocols which are used in transmission control and which are used in the internet. Now, coming to the next point of our discussion, TCP/IP is the network model used in the network in the current internet architecture as well as. Protocols are nothing but the set of rules which governs every possible communication over a network. As also we have discussed that protocols are nothing but the set of rules which are used between the two communicating devices for successful communication or successful transmission of information or data from one place to another place. So for transmission and for successful communication, these devices or whatever network computers they are connected, they must follow certain set of rules, and that rules are nothing but the protocols. So these protocols describe the movement of data between the source and destination or the internet. As we know that transmission may be between the two computers, between the two hardware devices, or it may be over the internet for n number of computers or n number of devices. So here, on both the scenarios, either in computer network or on internet, these protocols are designed in such a way that they describe the movement of data between the source and destination or the internet. They also offer simple naming and addressing schemes. Means TCP/IP also offers the naming and addressing schemes for the network devices which are connected on the different networks. So this is regarding the introduction of the TCP/IP. So TCP/IP nothing but it stands for transmission control and internet protocol, and these are nothing but the set of rules which are designed or defined for successful communication or successful sending and receiving of information between the two systems or two hardware devices or two computers over the computer network or on the internet. So this is regarding the TCP/IP introduction. Now we come across the TCP/IP network model or reference model. So in this model and the diagram as it is shown, it is having a 4 layers. First layer is called as network access layer. Second layer is called as internet layer. Third layer is called as transport layer, and last and foremost layer it is called as application layer. So here this diagram as it is shown in the TCP/IP network transmission reference model. So in this particular model we are having 4 layers: network access, internet layer, transport layer, and so on. Now protocol and networks in the TCP/IP model, whatever protocols are used and whatever network are used, the diagram is shown here, the names of the some protocols are there. So here as we know that we are having application layer, then we are having transport layer, and we are having the network layer, that is, and last one is the network access layer. So here whatever protocols are used, they are shown in the diagram. So application layer protocols are Telnet, FTP, SMTP, DNS. In the transport layer we are using the protocols TCP and UDP. In the network we are using the protocol IP, and in the physical or data network access layer we are using ARPANET, SATNET, packet radio, and LAN. So these are some protocols which are shown in this diagram. With the help of this diagram we are going to understand that what type of protocols are used in which type of model and which type of layer in the TCP/IP. Now we will see here the overview of TCP/IP reference model. Like TCP/IP, that is transmission control and internet protocol, was developed by Department of Defense Project Research Agency. Later it is also called as DARPA, Department Project Research Agency, as part of research project of network internet interconnection to connect remote machines. It was basically a project which is started by a US Defense Academy or US Defense Department as Department Defense Project Research Agency for connecting remote machines. The features that stood out during the research which led to making the TCP/IP reference models were support for a flexible architecture. Adding more machine to the network was easy. The network was robust and connections remained intact until the source and destination machines were functioning. So here the feature that whatever the reference model we are going to be designed by using the TCP/IP. So there are some features they are expected, means whatever model we are going to design, it should support a flexible architecture, means we can add new machines or we can remove the old machines very easily. It should not disturb the existing infrastructure, existing functioning of the network. Second thing is that it should be a robust and connection remain intact until source and destination machines were functioning. So like this, there are some features of that particular research of TCP/IP reference model are there. The oral idea was to allow one application on one computer to talk or to send data packets to another application running on different computer. The basic idea while designing the TCP/IP reference model is that there is a sharing of information. One application on one computer to talk to another application running on the different computer. This was the basic idea which led to the development of TCP/IP reference model. Now we will discuss regarding different layers which are present in the TCP/IP reference model. And like first one, network layer, that is here as in the diagram it is shown network access layer. So this layer is also called as host to network layer. Now it is having the functionality such as it is lowest layer of all. Protocol is used to connect to the host so that the packets can be sent over it. Varies from the host to host and network to network. So this network layer, whatever lowest layer, it is having the functions that it controls the connections between the host, like between the different computers for sending and receiving the packets. Similarly, these whatever functionalities of this particular layer is there, it varies from host to host and network to network. What type of network, either LAN or wire or another type of network we are using. So its functionality may vary. Similarly, internet layer. Now first is selection of packet switching network, which is based on a connectionless internet work layer, is called an internet layer. Next, it is the layer which holds the whole architecture together. It helps the packet to travel independently to the destination. Order in which packets are received in different form, the way and they are sent. Internet protocol is used in this layer. The various functions performed by the internet layer are delivering IP packets, performing routing, avoiding congestion. So these are some things, different functions of the internet layer are there. Now coming to the transmission layer, it decides if data transmission should be on a parallel path or a single path. Functions such as multiplexing, segmenting or splitting on the data is done by transport layer. Applications can read and write to the transport layer. Transport layer adds header information to the data. Transport layer breaks the message into smaller units so that they are handled more efficiently by the network layer. Transport layer also arrange the packets to be sent in sequence. So transport layer is also one important layer in this particular reference model, which decide data transmission should be on parallel or a single path. Its functions as multiplexing, segmenting and splitting on the data. Application can read and write the transport layer. It adds the header information to the data. Transport layer break the message into smaller units so that they are handled more efficiently by the network layer. Transport layer also arranges the packets to be sent in a sequence. So these are some functionalities which are related to the transport layer. It is very important layer and it decides all the major issues of the TCP/IP reference model. Now coming to the last layer, that is application layer. TCP/IP specifications describe a lot of applications that were at the top of protocol stack. Some of them are Telnet, FTP, SMTP and DNS. What is Telnet? Telnet is a two-way communication protocol which allows connecting to remote machines and run applications. File transfer protocol, FTP, is a protocol that allows file transfer amongst the computers users connected over network. It is reliable, simple and efficient. SMTP, Simple Mail Transport Protocol, is a protocol which is used to transport mails between source and destinations directed via a route. DNS, Domain Name Server, resolves an IP address into textual address for host connected over a network. It allows peer entities to carry conversations. It defines two end-to-end protocols, TCP and UDP. Transmission Control Protocol, reliable, connection-oriented protocol which handles byte stream from source to destination without error and flow control. Now in this way, the transmission control protocol or user datagram protocol is there. So it is an unreliable connectionless protocol that do not want TCP sequencing and flow control. Example, like one shot request reply kind of service. So in this way, the TCP IP information or TCP IP reference model is there. Thank you.